The global discussion about vegetables begins with two major issues: hunger and malnutrition. According to State of the World 2011, worldwide, diseases related to imbalanced diets, especially insufficient vegetable and fruit consumption, cause 2.7 million deaths annually and are among the top mortality risk factors. So what's been done in the past to help combat this issue? Meet Nobel Prize winner Dr. Norman Borlaug. According to State of the World, 60 years ago, the world's food supply increased dramatically thanks to the development of more productive varieties of wheat and rice by this guy. So how did one person do that? Well, he changed the genetic makeup of the crops to make them less vulnerable to disease and other problems. Unfortunately, this did not solve the hunger crisis, though it helped. In fact, one of the major drawbacks is this: high-yield monocultures, also known as factory farming. His work did help to create a surplus of rice and wheat, but there have been some major consequences. And in places where his work is most successful are the same places where irrigation systems are becoming salinized and groundwater is becoming depleted. These monocultures threaten biodiversity. It also depletes soil nutrition. So, in terms of nutrition, we can't live on rice and wheat alone. We need a variety. Check this out. This is Tanjiro 97, a new tomato variety. Not only does it produce in higher yields than other varieties, it has thicker skins, and that gives it a longer shelf life and resistance to transport damage and some other viruses and diseases that usually affect tomato crops. This is a new idea. Then there's the moringa, which we all get to literally eat at Echo. The moringa tree represents a growing understanding that African indigenous vegetables have long been ignored by mainstream agriculture. I mean, look at all this stuff that the moringa can do. What's better, especially for sub-Saharan Africa, is that this isn't an invasive species like the tomato plant would be. It grows naturally like a weed. It is a weed. Similar indigenous examples, such as the cowpea, or the amaranth, or the spider plant. These weeds, which are a rich source of protein, calcium, and important micronutrients, and which taste good, are typically neglected on the International Agricultural Resource Agenda despite their important potential to help alleviate hunger and malnutrition in Africa. And then finally, an idea that helps remedy the monocultures, the high-yield factory farm agriculture system at play in most of the world, is this idea of eco-agriculture. A key factor in this approach is simply a diversity in farming systems. And evidence available now indicates that these approaches can feed a large portion of the world, while at the same time addressing a host of present and looming problems of environmental degradation, livelihood insecurity, and poverty.